Welcome to our last and final matchup of the VRL Week 2 between the Pittsburgh Scizors and the San Jose Chomps. Pittsburgh decided to bring in Garchomp, Charizard, Sylveon, Scizor, Torkoal, and Girafarig. And then you've got San Jose with Frostlass, Sneasler, Komo-O, King Gambit, Hisuian Arcanine, and Rotom Wash. Of course, Pittsburgh coming off a 1-0 win, coming into this week, 1-0 with a win over Seattle, picking themselves up 10 points last week. Now, on the other end, San Jose did suffer a loss against San Diego in week 1, coming in at 0-1, but they did pick up 8 points in a thrilling 3-game set match. And we look to see how San Jose decides to bounce back here in week 2, and we are off. Here we go. Much love and thank you to all the supporters so far through our first 2 weeks here in the Victory Road League. It is much appreciated. Starting out for the Pittsburgh Scizors, they are going to send out a Garchomp and their Charizard, and on San Jose's end, Rotom Wash, as well as Sneasler. How does San Jose decide to come back from a devastating 3-game match set loss? How do they bounce back? How do they try to get their first win? And if you're Pittsburgh, how do you keep that momentum going? Off to the start with Pittsburgh. They're gonna Mega Evolve their Charizard into Mega Charizard Y. Note, most teams running Mega Charizard Y here in the VRL. Only one team, which is Hawaii, running a Mega Charizard X. And there is the fake out from the Sneasler onto the Charizard. Stomping Tantrum from the Garchomp onto the Sneasler. And there is a instant point for Pittsburgh. And we are off to the races. The Charizard's going to flinch and can't move. Here comes the Hydro Pump on to the Charizard. And it's not enough due to that drought being up. Now, if that drought isn't up, I'm telling you, man, right here, right now, that Charizard is a goner. But nonetheless, here comes in Frostlass. Potential Mega, and would potentially be the only Mega for San Jose with this current team that they are bringing here into this first set. Now, what is the play? Do you decide to Mega Evolve and get rid of the drought? What is the play? Of course, this Garchomp is going to be a menace. And of course, this Charizard is already so low to where you can try to take it down almost immediately. Instantly, the Garchomp is taken back by Pittsburgh. Incoming comes Sylveon. And the Charizard is going to be removed almost instantly. And incoming comes Scizor. And there is the Mega Frostlass, one of 2 teams here in the Victory Road League to be running Mega Frostlass. The other team is the Seattle Mariners. And now, here comes that snow warning. Smart play. And there's the Aurora Veil by the Mega Frostlass. Such a good move. And there comes a Thunder Wave onto the Sylveon. A bold choice, but a good choice nonetheless by San Jose. Can we have our 4th 3-game set match here already through 2 weeks? We've already had 2 this week, and we hope you've gone and checked them out. And nonetheless, we are off to a great start. Frostlass is going to use that Protect to protect itself to any incoming moves, but so is Scizor on Pittsburgh's end. And here comes a Hydro Pump onto the Sylveon. Does almost half. And there is a Hyper Voice. Not going to hit the Frostlass, but will hit the Rotom. See how much it does to the Rotom. And it's a 1-hit KO. Another point to Pittsburgh. So far, it is 2-0 in favor of Pittsburgh here against San Jose. But here comes King Gambit. A dangerous, dangerous weapon. San Jose not completely out of it yet. There's definitely some momentum on the side of San Jose. Now, Frostlass only has 3 turns of snow left. And a reminder that that drought is still in the backhand pocket for Pittsburgh. But that Charizard is super duper low. King Gambit's going to use a Protect here on San Jose's side. And Frostlass with the Blizzard against the Sylveon and the Scizor. It's not very effective on the Scizor, but almost gets that Sylveon down. Close combat, can't go, and Sylveon can't move due to paralysis. What a play, what a smart play by San Jose to ensure that somehow, someway, that paralysis would kick itself in. Thrilling 2 weeks so far here to start the season, our first inaugural season of the VRL. We still have 11 more weeks, to go. And here comes that Charizard out, resetting up that drought. So those turns of snow are no longer there. Scizor with the Protect. Now, what is the game plan here? Shadow Ball, not going to be able to hit that Scizor. I hope the King Gambit, it uses Iron Head. It's going to go against the Charizard, and it is down. And there is a point for San Jose. Not completely out of it yet, folks. We've got a thrilling match here. And here comes the Garchomp. Deadly, deadly, deadly. But this Frostlass, this Mega Frostlass, even more deadly. What is the game plan behind Coach Levia in San Jose to bounce back here and try to get their first win here in the Victory Road League? And here comes a Bullet Punch onto the Mega Frostlass. It's going to eat it. Still with 65 hit points left. The Sucker Punch coming for the Garchomp. It's going to knock it down to 87, but there is the Rough Skin. Stomping Tantrum onto the King Gambit. Does a little bit more than half. And Frostlass with a Blizzard for sure. Gonna knock out the Garchomp, picking up another point. And folks, we are tied here 1-1 and a critical hit on to Scizor. And I mean, I said tied at 1-1. We are tied at 2-2, excuse me. Casting mistake. But here comes that Sylveon. Sylveon and Scizor. This is anybody's game here in the first game of this match set of 3 here in week 2 between these two teams. Arguably 2 top tier contenders here in the VRL preseason ranking wise. But nonetheless whatsoever, Frostlass gonna use that Protect to protect itself more than likely from that Scizor with the Bullet Punch. Isn't gonna go through. Here comes King Gambit with the Sucker Punch. It's gonna fail, unfortunately. Here comes Hyper Voice. Will not hit the Frostlass because due to protection, but the King Gambit is gone. And another point to Pittsburgh. They just need this Frostlass off of the field. Does Frostlass have what it takes to take down this Sylveon and this Scizor and push themselves, swinging that momentum their way here in this best of 3 set? And there's the Bullet Punch, a priority move. It is going to knock out the Frostlass, and that is it for the first match, folks. San Jose not completely out of it yet. Still picked up 2. Still was a super close game there. And we will get ourselves set up for the second round. And here we are, folks, with the second match here in the best of 3. San Jose falling just short of taking that first game, but still super duper close. Pittsburgh skating out with the skin of their teeth, but still nonetheless picking up 5 points there in that first round. San Jose with 2. And we shall see what is in store for this second match. If it's anything like that first match, this potentially could go to a 3-game set. And we're intrigued to see what both teams are going to bring, taking their time, perfectly planning out. Of course, we did not see the Torkoal or the Farigiraf from Pittsburgh Scizors, and we did not see the Komodo or the Hisuian Arcanine. off of San Jose. Now, the real question to be determined, who walks out of here? Pittsburgh could walk out of here 2-0. San Jose trying to push it to a Game 3 match. And there is the Sneasler and the Frostlass off the rip. And there is that Torkoal with the Scizor. The Torkoal's going to have that drought right away. An unfavorable matchup to start for San Jose in this particular predicament. But still, nonetheless, there is the Harsh Sunlight set up. We'll have 5 whole turns depending on what happens here. But nonetheless, major excitement is here. And San Jose is going to be smart withdrawing that Frostlass, sending out their Wash Rotom to start. Sneasler is going to use Fake Out onto the Torkoal. A very interesting decision. And Scizor going to be setting up a Swords Dance. A very bold choice. Nonetheless, the Torkoal is going to flinch and can't move due to the Fake Out. And we love to see the team representation when we can. Pittsburgh rocking their own mascot with the Scizor. We got to hope that at some point, one day, every team will be matching their own mascot. Hopefully once all their Pokemon are in the game. But here comes the Bullet Punch. It's going towards the Sneasler. Is a one-hit KO. Pittsburgh coming out swinging. And here comes the Hydro Pump from the Rotom onto the Torkoal. And folks, San Jose not letting up. There is a 3rd point for them here in this set. How do they navigate this? Both teams now. That pendulum isn't swinging any sort of way so far here in this second match. These are two very dangerous teams. San Jose is going to send out the Frostlass. There's the Charizard by Pittsburgh. We got to assume that more than likely that these two Mons are going to be Mega Evolving. Now the question is, who is faster and who gets to Mega Evolve first and whose weather will be put onto the field first? It is the Charizard Y. It is going to be the Drought first. And if I'm 99% sure with confidence that if the Frostlass is Mega Evolving, the sun is going to go away and the snow is going to come out. Folks, here we go. We are here in this second round, or the second match between these two teams. Here comes that Bullet Punch onto the Frostlass. It's a one-hit KO for Pittsburgh. Amazing. And here comes the Solar Beam. It's not going to be enough. They got to wait a turn due to the snow being up. Here comes a Thunderbolt. Almost knocks out the Charizard. You got to think, if you're San Jose in this predicament, are you going to go for that win? Do what you did last time? Or are you just, at this point, thinking in a mindset of where you stand in the standings, point-wise, point differential, because you can still keep yourself up with some of the top teams in the league, getting some points today. King Gambit, gonna use a Sucker Punch, does more than half damage. There is that Solar Beam from the Charizard. It's gonna be going towards that Rotom. The Rotom will eat it. Staying alive with 47 hit points, and there is the Citrus Berry, bringing it back up to 78. And here comes a Thunder Wave on to the Scizor. A very interesting decision nonetheless. Here comes a close combat onto the King Gambit. It is a one-hit KO. That Swords Dance is just straight nasty, folks. +1 attack. And as of right now, the only desperate attempt, can this Wash Rotom get something for itself here? Garchomp comes out. The Scizor is going to use Protect. What does Rotom Wash go for? And there is a Thunder Wave. It doesn't affect the guard chomp. A bold move nonetheless, but still a move that could have been saved for a different time. Trying to get points at least, even if you are going to lose, is the name of the game here early on. And here comes the bullet punch onto the Rotom. Isn't going to do as much. It's mostly ineffective. The Dragon Claw from the Garchomp is going to come out, and that is it, folks. That is it. Pittsburgh is walking out of here with a clean sweep. GG's to San Jose. And we shall see if Pittsburgh is going to do a post-game interview. All right, folks, we have the coach of the Pittsburgh Scizors all around the board, aka Steven. Steven, congrats on the win. That was a close match. Even though it was technically a sweep, that was a very close match. What were your thoughts throughout that match, to be honest?
The first one, 100%, I went quickly from this is an easy dub to I'm about to lose this game. So it was definitely back and forth feeling wise.
I definitely think it became, especially at that point in that first match, whose Pokemon was going to be faster at that point, because those were some pretty slow Mons on the field. But you lucked out with the win. What was your mindset going into this week, like just in general, before you even played the match? Like, what was kind of your thought process as we headed into this week?
After the first week, I was just like really excited about it, and I'm ready for every week, every match. I want to see all these guys, see how good I stack up against them.
For sure.
I'm trying to do my own little personal challenge right now. I'm trying to see if I can't get into champions rank. So trying to battle all these guys and see where I stack up with these guys.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's kind of cool because you get to, see some of the matches and see what teams everybody has. Everybody knows what I have. I know what they have if I watch their battles too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really cool. It's a thinking game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's why I wanted to create the league. That's why I wanted it to exist. Was I wanted to bring people that love Pokemon, want to get into Pokemon battling, and can learn from one another. Obviously we will crown a champion once we get through the regular season and playoffs, but nonetheless, I want us to get better each and every season that we decide to do this league. But yeah, who would you say is your MVP of that entire match, really?
Last week was Charizard. This week, I think Scizor definitely got to shine. Scizor didn't even attack last week, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And this time, we got the one shot, the King Gambit, the Frost Blast.
For sure.
And do a lot of damage. Yeah.
For sure. So you're now 2-0. You got to use your main mascot. The main mascot of your team is the MVP, which is always a good feeling. You play Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Nidokings next week. What is your mindset walking into that match, if you want to reveal anything? Yeah, just kind of walk me through what you're thinking now that you've got 2 wins under your belt and you're one of the top tier teams here already through the first 2 weeks of the league.
Yeah. I guess a couple of things. One is that's a good team. That is definitely a good team on my radar right now. And 2, I've only used this team in both rounds.
Okay.
And even on ranked right now on champions, I'm using this team specifically and climbing really high. And I think if I get in a situation where I have to switch to my other team, I'm probably going to be rusty.
For sure, for sure. Well, we look forward to your match with Los Angeles. You guys are both coming in red hot, 2-0, and with a lot of points on the board so far. Congratulations on the win, man, and we look forward to seeing you in week 3.
Appreciate it. Same.
All right, folks, you heard it there. That is the head coach of the Pittsburgh Scizors. Congratulations on your win. Starting 2-0 here in this early part of the season, picking up plenty of points and getting wins stacked up nonetheless. San Jose has a tall task ahead of it, but they do play the Toronto Star Raptors. Toronto looking to bounce back after the loss this week. San Jose will be looking to get their first win of the season. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.